Sometimes it burns, sometimes it hurts when you say my name, but thinking of hers. I don't wanna know, don't want you to go and leave me behind. No, I don't wanna see if it isn't me who's on your mind.
Hello movers and shakers, welcome to this very special fitness class. This is Valentine's Day. We're doing a sexy chair dance. Whether you have a partner or you're on your own, you can dance for your partner or you can dance for yourself in the mirror. That's totally cool. Sometimes we just need to do it for ourselves. So happy Valentine's Day, happy love day, happy whenever you want to use this video to, perform for someone else or for yourself. Clearly dressed in different garb today than the usual fitness wear. I had heels on when I did the dance that you saw earlier. I'll leave a link below to the company I got them from because it feels like I'm wearing really comfortable shoes when I wear them. They don't hurt my back, they don't hurt my legs, they're for dancing. So if anybody's interested in actual dance shoes for dancing in heels, but comfort is important to you, that's a good company to go for. There are a few out there, but this is the one I've discovered so far and no complaints. But we're gonna warm up. We're gonna do kind of a sexy burlesque warm up. So we're gonna move the hips, move the ribs, whip the hair around a little bit, and just kind of get our balance. You don't have to do any of this in heels ever, but especially when we're warming up and just going over the dance moves, you might want to start without heels on just to get the feel for the movements, and we'll get started. So stepping your feet wide apart, bring your hands to your hips, and we're just going to start to circle the hips. So you can have your legs a little bit bent or you can have them straight, but just focus on loosening up the hips, getting comfortable moving the hips. Some people aren't comfortable moving the hips and getting a little more fluid in the body, so you really have to let that go. Let your dancing bone go, your pelvis. And then we'll switch directions. Deep breaths. And again, the other way. One more time, reverse. You just wanna dream of sin, sickness floating in our veins. Back to the center, and we're gonna roll the shoulders. So you can get your knees into this too, just big, deep shoulder rolls. And then big arm circles back. Hand on hip, other hand's gonna come up and over, big side stretch. Over to the other side. And all the way up. Now we're gonna focus on the rib cage. So put your hands on your hips, you have a bit of a landmark. You wanna make sure your hips stay still, but you're gonna move your rib cage in a circle. So try to focus on isolating the rib cage all the way around. Go the other way. Back to the center and just tilt your head side to side. bring your head back up. We're gonna roll the head from one shoulder to the other. So if you can let your hair flip around a little bit, if you have long hair, feel free. I did a Valentine's video last year and I had my hair down and I have a lot of hair, so this time I wore it up in a ponytail just so I can kind of move it around a little more easily without having it in my face while I'm teaching you. So rolling your head from one shoulder to the other and just let your hair, let it go. Let it go wherever it goes. It's nice and floppy. And then we're going to start to bend the knees and flop the head. So really put some weight with your hands on your legs, lock your hair around, stick your butt behind you, get a little weight in your heels, and then come all the way back up. So that's just a basic burlesque warm-up. There are a lot of other things we could do, but we want to get down to business. We want to learn that chair dance. Let's go. So the only prop you need today is, yes, a chair and some space. I'm usually set up a little bit further over here, but I went into the corner so I have a little bit more room today. Preferably a chair without arms. You don't want arms on your chair, even if you have a stool, but we want to be able to put the hands on the back of the chair for the beginning of this dance. So ideally, you have a chair without arms. So we're going to start behind the chair. We're going to take one leg. If I'm mirroring you, well, I don't know if I'm mirroring you, but this leg over here is going to cross in front of the other. So I'm not wearing heels right now, and even without heels, or even with heels on, it's good to, you want to come up on the ball of the foot. Even if you had heels on, come onto the ball of your foot here, because we want to be able to pivot on the heels. Just makes it a little easier to move. So we're going to lift this leg up and cross it over. Then we're going to start to pivot and turn this way, lifting this leg up and crossing it over. We're going to pivot again, lift and cross. One more time, lift and cross. Now we're facing this way. So we're going to do kind of one more of these to turn. We're going to start to walk over this way, 2 or 3 steps until you're next to the chair, holding on to it, partly so you don't fall over, but partly because we're going to slide down. So anytime you can, it's good to present your thigh. So ideally having this leg in front bent and sliding down. But if you want to have both legs bent for a little bit more support, you can kind of make this your own and just decide how you want to slide down the side of that chair. And you're not really sliding right against it necessarily, just the illusion of sliding down the side of the chair. Really arching your back and sticking your butt out, sticking your chest out. Everything's kind of reverse than fitness. Fitness, we want to stack everything up and support everything and make sure everything's comfortable. In a dance like this, we want all the bits and pieces showing off. This out here, that out there, nice long curvy line here. So you're sliding down and coming back up. Turning around, 2 or 3 steps, whatever helps. Separating your legs, find your hip bones, and then do a little circle, really sticking your butt out. Then we're going to turn around and sit. So you can always hold on to the chair for that. Have a little moment here. You can kind of roll a shoulder or 2 back. You have a little bit of time there. And then you're going to take your front leg out. Again, we're presenting the front leg. Sliding your front hand down the leg and then coming right up. Bring your hands onto the seat of the chair and push yourself up, kind of like a reverse plank, only once. Then you're going to take this leg that's out. You're going to start to cross it over so you can do this kind of nifty little easy turn, little trick of a turn to turn around. So I was here, this leg was out, I'm putting it in front of my back foot, bringing my front hand to the back of the chair and turning myself around, so I'm now facing the chair. Then I'm going to do the same kind of walk we did at the beginning. I'm going to take this foot and cross it over, and then lift my other foot, cross it over, just twice. So now this leg is free to come around, all the way around. And then you're going to stand up. So put your toes down so you don't fall over. You just went around, touch. And then you're going to take that same foot, put it on the chair, presenting your thigh again. Sliding your hand down the leg and all the way back up for a little flick of the cheek. So you put your hand near the area you want people to pay attention to and do a little flick of the cheek. I'm kind of sticking my butt out towards you. Flick, like that. And you have to let all your junk go while you're doing this, ladies and gents. You gotta just let it go. So let's go up to there. We're about half-ish way through, maybe-ish, I don't know. So coming to the back of the chair, we'll just go through all of it. It's crash course, you can always rewind and pause, but we're gonna take first leg, well, we'll take this leg first. We're gonna go this way, cross, 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 and then walk, walk, down and up. We turn, step, around, and then we're gonna turn around and sit as my chair slaps down. Little shoulder roll, step that leg out, slide down, slide up, hands on the chair, and lift. Coming down, cross that front leg over the back leg to turn. And then you're here, stay down. We're gonna take cross one, cross two. This leg's free to go around and touch, and then up. Slide down, slide up, flick. Then we step it down. We basically want to just come, anytime you're just walking to a position, you want to do it in a sexy way. So just walk down so you're sitting in front of the chair, and you have, again, a little time to do a couple of shoulder rolls, or you could do a little hair flip, whatever comes to mind there. And then there's a beat that happens, and on that beat, we open, we spread eagle. You can also dip your head back to be extra dramatic, and then we whip the head around. Doesn't matter which direction you go. If your neck doesn't like whipping, you don't have to whip your head if you don't want to. You could do shoulder rolls again. You could just kind of lean to one side and then to the other side. Whatever's comfortable for you, or you can whip your head. Then you're gonna grab the chair behind you, and you wanna make sure you're near the edge of your chair so you can come off the chair and literally drop down. There's a beat there, you drop down. And you bring your hands to your legs. This is where it gets that you have balance is kind of a factor. So it might take some practice, but try and come into the squat position where you can then close the knees and open the knees. And you have another little shoulder roll moment, and there's another beat. You slam, well, don't hurt your knees, but dramatically put your knees down and arms come out. And then we whip the head again. Again, if you don't want to whip your head, you can do anything else there. Then we're going to come into a little snake towards the ground. So sometimes it's nice to kind of, your hair shows where you're going. So you can kind of whip your hair down. So I'm coming into the snake from the side. So it's a little different than if I was facing the ground and coming down. I'm facing forward and then want to go to the side into a snake. So if you let your hair kind of lead, if you have long hair, it doesn't really matter, or your head. I'm down here, I'm going to put my hands down. I'm going to turn my legs and my head just one piece at a time coming down, and my knees are starting to slide out. I still have my butt up and my toes up, by the way. And then they come down. You could do a little kick, kick, kick with your legs, and then kind of reverse snake to come back up. Taking your head around, and then we want to come onto the feet again. So you do a quick little hands to the ground, boop, and up with the bum. Now, if you're not flexible enough to have your hands on the ground with your knees straight, don't worry about it. You can just keep it going, keep it fluid, so that as you come up, you're lifting up. And you can either come up without whipping your head, or you can whip your head to come up. If you're wearing heels, sometimes you fall backwards. So the key here is to put the weight, like really stick your butt way back there and put the weight way back into your heels, so that as you're coming up, you're not going forward, you're not falling back. You have all this weight back here to counterbalance yourself as you whip up. Then when you're not dizzy anymore, we're gonna walk around the chair, nice and slow. Hold on to it for balance. Just go all the way around, and then you're gonna sit again, back into the chair. And similar to before, hands on the chair, we're gonna slide the bum just off the chair. For more leg crossing, we're gonna step one leg out, kind of on a diagonal, and then your other foot's gonna come in front. So I'm kind of cheating onto one cheek cheat, stepping, and lift, crossover, step. Now I'm on this cheek, lift, step. So now we're gonna do that trick little movement again, where this foot's here. I'm gonna bring this hand around to the chair and turn, butt shot, and then coming up, grab the chair. So as soon as you can grab the chair, grab it so you don't fall over. And we kind of slide. So now we've full circle. We're now on this side of the chair, sliding down. And that's how we finish. Well, that's how I finish. You can keep going. If you find inspiration and want to keep it going with some chair stuff, feel free. We'll do it all the way through with me talking, and then I'll put that video back on with me doing the whole thing with music and heels, and you can follow along. So we're going to start with this foot going across, other foot pivot across, lift and cross, lift and cross. And then we lift and step, step next to the chair, slide, and up. Then we turn, step out a bit, hands on hip bones, little circle. Doesn't matter which way. We turn around, we sit, moment of the shoulders, step that leg out. We slide down, we come up, hands on the chair, lift that little reverse plank, coming up. This leg's gonna start to cross, hand on the back of the chair to turn, stay down as we step and cross, step and cross. Now this leg's free to go around, come up, touch, step up on the chair, slide down, come up, near your bum with your hand, flick. Then we step it down, we sexily, if that were a word, sexily sit down in the chair. We have a little shoulder moment, and then boom, and then boom. Hands on the chair, bum off the chair, drop down. Hands on, we close, we open, do, bam, and we whip, and then we snake to the side, knees slide out, we come back up, around with the head, and then as soon as you can, come onto the knees, lift your bum and come up. You could whip your head or not, and then walking around the chair, holding onto it for support until you can sit on the chair. You have some time here. Hands on the chair, just taking your bum off. It's a little bit of a reverse plank. We step, we step, we step. Now this leg finishes, so it's over here. This hand comes around, we turn, we come up, grab the back of that chair, slide on over to the side of the back of that chair, and slide down. And maybe back up, so you don't fall over. So that's the dance in a nutshell. I hope you enjoy. I hope you can perform this for yourself or someone else, or just to have down the road if you ever want to do a chair dance. Dancing's fun. It's okay to be sexy. It's okay to be sassy. It's okay to be sensual. Let it go. Have fun with it. Happy Valentine's Day.
Sometimes it burns, sometimes it hurts when you say my name, but thinking of hers. I don't wanna know, don't want you to go and leave me behind. No, I don't wanna see if it isn't me who's on your mind. Halfway from home,